This evening I'm going to go over a little bit of how I do a class. All of our classes should begin and end in courtesy. So the first thing we do is bow, and the last thing we do is bow. When I form or teach a class, it starts with Kyotsuke. The senior student usually calls to attention, Kyotsuke. Then he brings notice to the sensei, Hanshi ni, or sensei ni. We're all senseis. Whether you're a renshi, a kyoshi, a shihan, or a hanshi, we are all senseis. If there are numerous advanced students in class, that's when we will use the title. Otherwise, it's always sensei ni, which simply means face sensei, or hanshi ni, face hanshi. Then the instructor will call attention to the senior black belts, the dansha ni, and everyone will face the black belts and bow to them with rei. When we have guests that come into the dojo, they'll be on the opposite side, and then we'll call attention to them and bow to them. Next we call for seiza, which is our kneeling position. So, the eyes closed, we empty our mind, we concentrate on our breathing. From there, yame, we'll come back up, we'll bow, and we'll go to yoi. From our yoi or ready position, we'll go through all of our basic warm-ups. This should be done every class, warming up all of our major muscle groups from the neck to the toes. From that point on, the instructor will start the class. The class usually starts with a step back. Hadari zenkuchi dachi, hadari genaburai, left front stance, left low block. All right, now when we step back into a front stance, we don't want to just step back in a sloppy position. We want to step back correctly with correct weight distribution. We want the back straight. The knee should be over the ball of the foot. The back leg should be straight with weight on the outside edges or blades of the foot. We sag to the inside and put weight on the arch of the foot will cause the knee to bend slightly. It also puts undue pressure on the collateral ligaments of the knee. So keep the leg straight. When we step forward with a kihon step by transferring the weight. Usually in this particular front stance, it starts with gidanburai, low block. That low block is going to be one fist and one thumb off the lead leg. We'll begin by stepping forward, oizuke, or oisekensuke, which is lunge, four-fist punch. We step, lunge punch. Punch is slightly downward. Mawate simply means to turn. Now some systems step in and out on this. I was taught to do that. I was also taught to plant the ball of the foot and snap into the block. My next set, from the same, we do 3-step turn and return. That means we go 3 steps, we turn, we come back 3 steps. The next would be palm heel strike. And we turn and do 3 steps going backwards. We continue on with hammer fist strike. Ketsuyuchi. And we turn and do 3 steps backwards. And then shuto. Shutochi. After we've done our basic techniques in front stance, then we move on to shikodachi. Stepping back in shikodachi. From here, raken, back fist strike. Kakezuke, hook punch. We go on and shift from our front stance to our furudachi, rooted stance. From here, we do our middle outside blocks. We do our reverse knife hand strikes. Our blocks are initially done from a front stance. And instead of turning on our block, we'll step backwards and block with the same block going backwards. From this position here, our next stance that we'll do, Nikuashidachi. cat stance. And step it backwards. Then we'll turn. We'll do the same thing with kakete. And then we add our kicks. We do our front kicks from a front stance. We do lead leg and rear leg, snap kick and thrust kick. Then we'll shift from horse stance and do our round kicks and our hook kicks. When we conclude our class, we do our conclusion with our katas, trying to go through most of the katas for each belt rank that's in that particular class. If it's black belt class, we're going to do most of our kihones by going through all of our back kata. At the end of each class, we'll call Kiotsuke. Everyone comes back to attention. They call Sensei ni and bow to the sensei. Os. Yudansha ni, and then we bow to the Yudansha, or the guardians of the system. Actually, as a black belt, that's what you become. The guardian of the system. So you have a responsibility. That responsibility is to continue forth with the training that has been presented to you. We conclude by bowing to Mudansha, or the group, our students. And I, in my particular class, Kuta-san, domo arigatou gozaimasu. The students reply back to me, domo arigato, in which I reply, do itashimashite, daimu mata. The students reply back to me, hai mata. Then we say, sayonara, oyosumi no sai. Now, when we're doing that, that ending tells us that our particular system is half hard and half soft. When we do this, I thank the students for trying their best. The students reply, domo arigato, thanking me for the instruction, or the sensei that is up here. Then we reply, do itashimashite, don't mention it, or you're welcome. Daimu mata. I'll see you next time. They reply, hai mata. Yes, next time. We conclude our class. Oyosumi no sai. Us. Us. Now in most of our classes, when we go through our kata, in most systems, whether Shorin-ryu or Shito-ryu or Goju-ryu, we have our basic kata, whether they're Gekisai katas, Seisan, or the Pinan Katas, or Heian. Now the peaceful mind katas, or katas of peace, in Okinawa were called Pinan. In Japan, referred to as Heian. These were all, there were originally 8 of them. 3 have been lost to time. 5 is what's still practiced mainly today. These were all part of one long kata that Itosu divided up so they could be taught to younger children rather than just adults. Now whenever we perform these particular forms, in the Shito-ryu system that I teach, our first one, Pinan Shodan, is Shotokan's second kata, Heian Nidan. But they're basically the same. Shito-ryu uses cat stances, Shotokan uses the back stance. In Shotokan's Heian Shodan and Shito-ryu's Pinan Nidan, it starts with an arm break, then a block, steps up, center body punch, turns with a throw, Kidanbarai, Shodanuke. Fukiryu, one of our basic or beginning katas, is called Ten no Kata, meaning kata of the heavens. And Shorinryu, the same basic same form, is one of the Fukyu katas. I was privileged while in the Okinawan Budokan to be asked to teach a group of ladies kata, and that was the form Fukyu kata that I decided to teach them. We call it Ten no Kata. Ready? Us.
Just get right. I'll back up. Okay, the first move, Yoi. Ready. Low. Shift to a cat stance. Middle block and load at the temple. Hammer fist to the body. Shift to Hikodachi. Hammer fist to the head. Load as you pull away cat stance. Middle block and load at the temple. Hammer fist to the body. Shift. Hikodachi. Hammer fist to the head. Turning behind with a middle block cat stance. Front thrusting. Turn to the front cat stance. Knife hand block. Stepping forward cat stance. Knife hand block. Stepping forward cat stance. Knife hand block. Stepping with a Zenkutsudashi. Spear hand. Turning to the 45 in the rear. Other 45. Knife. Step to the front. Front kick knee. Punch. Block. Front kick. Punch. Load. Double reinforced block. Heel. And diagonal low block, step high block, diagonal low block, step high block, to Yoi. Kisuke, Osame, Miyate, ready. Okay, one time from the rear. Yoi, Pinan Katas, load, block. Hammer fist. Hammer fist. Load. Block. Hammer fist. Hammer fist. Turning middle block. Kick. Knife hand. Knife hand. Knife hand. Here. Heel. Corner. 2. 1. 2. Come on. Kick. Punch, block. Kick. Punch. Load. Kick. Corner, low block. High block. Low block. High block. And you're up. Okay. Okay. One time with timing, counting together. Try to follow along with the count. Load. Ich. Ni san. Ich. Ni san. Ich. Ni san. Ich. Ni. Ai. Ich. Ni. Ni. Ich. Ni san. Shigo. Yep. Itch. Knee. Itch. Knee. Okay, and one time quickly from the side. And one time slowly so you can follow along. Great. Some of the moves, spear hand, we don't really have strong fingers unless you practice, striking the object. It can be doing more than what it seems. So if you're blocking, and then to grab your wrist, just a simple twisting and pushing down can be a defense against a wrist grab. Okay. Same thing with this move here, scooping block. It could be blocking a kick and pulling it up, defending against a wrist grab, or simple kick punch combo, blocking one, blocking two. So the bunkai are almost endless. This move is very confusing because it's a block and a load, but the bunkai could be block with a block, high block, middle block. The elbow also serves as a great way to block the round kick to the head. And it can be grabbing the wrist, pulling as you strike the back of the elbow. Reverse punch comes in and it's grabbing, pulling up, locking the arm, and striking with the middle block into the back of the elbow. So there's a lot of different ways that you can interpret the movements in your kata to make your self-defense effective. The next thing that we'll go through is going to be a refresher for some, and for others it's going to be new. We're going to be going through some basics with the bow. The bow is also called the staff, and Okinawa also referred to it as the komo. If you haven't watched the introductory video on how to use the bow, head over to the weapons section under testing requirements and go to bow. We've uploaded beginner kihons 1 through 10, as well as the first 2 katas. Today we'll be going through kihons 1 through 8, so that way on Friday you'll be able to follow along with the kata Shuji no Kunsho, the first kata that we teach. Hold the bow in thirds. One hand on top, one hand underneath, kamai. Okay, I'll be explaining them and then we'll do them together. Start in kokusadashi, back stance, kamai. Cat stance, hand on the hip, lift to the ear, elbow stay in, side strike. Step out, as you twist the hand over, down strike. Come on, number 1. 2 strikes. Load, side strike, step out, down strike, down stroke. Come on. So number 1. Ich, knee. Ich, knee. Come on. Ich, knee. Come on. Ich, knee. Come on. And hontai, reverse. Now we'll practice left-handed. It's important to practice equally with your left and your right when you're doing any style of martial arts. Pull, side strike, step out, down strike. Come on. Load, side strike, down strike. Come on, number 1. Ich, knee. Come on. Ich, knee. Come on. Ich, knee. Come on. And reverse. Number 2, this one's very easy. From kamai, you load, lift it to the center. And like a battering ram, pull it straight in and straight back. We don't want to do any up or downward motions as we swing, so keep it on your center line. If you're outside, you can see your shadow, and you can watch the shadow and see if your bow is staying in perfect alignment. And we'll twist it like a punch. So as you're here, load, lift first, then load, then punch, then kamai. Load, ich, knee. Number 2, load, ich, knee. Number 2, load, ich, knee. Ich, knee. Don't forget to load, ich, knee. Then hontai, reverse. So the front hand will come all the way to the center. Center, reverse, center, center. Come on. Load, ich, knee. Load, ich, knee. Load, ich, knee. Load, ich, knee. If you want to add more power to it, use centrifugal force by adding the hip twist. So you'll twist the hips back and then rotate forward as you do your strike. Okay. And hontai, reverse. Number 3 is a combination of 1 and 2. You'll do your load, side strike, down strike, hold in and thrust, back to kamai. Number 3, load, side strike, down strike, load, thrust, kamai. Load, side strike, down strike, load, thrust, kamai. Load, side strike, down strike, load, thrust, kamai. Hontai, reverse. Pull back, load up, side strike, down strike, pull, thrust, kamai. Load, side strike, down strike, load, thrust, kamai. Load, side strike, down strike, load, thrust, and kamai. Hontai. Okay, number 4 is a little bit longer. We'll go slow so you're not complicating something simple. The end of it is number 3 that we just did. The first part is a little bit different. So as we load, we'll step forward. The bow will stay, your hands will stay in place, but your feet will move. So you step forward. Using the hip, high block, low block, load, thrust. Step forward, load, switch and block. Then number 3, load, side strike, down strike, thrust, kamai. Okay? So it seems a little complicated, stay with me. Stepping backwards, not as hard as it seems. Hands stay in place as they were. So you're here, hands stay. Now, rotate off the hip for the high block. Rotate low for the low block. Load and thrust like you're spearing a fish. Pull up. Now we'll step backwards with our load. Like you're turning the wheel to make a right hand turn, low block. From here it will lift up for the side strike. Number 3, down strike and punch. Again, now we're going to put it all together. Stay with me. Stepping forward, hands stay the same. High, low. Spear the fish with a foot. Stepping forward, low. Right hand turn, low block. Number 3. Stepping backwards, hands stay, feet move. High, low. Spear the foot. Stepping back, low. Right hand turn, low block. Number 3. This is number 4. So when we say number 4, 1, 2, spear, block. Number 3. Stepping backwards, 1, 2, spear, step back, block. Number 3. This is number 4. Hontai, switch side. This could be a little bit confusing now with the left side, so we'll go slow again. Come on. Hands stay, feet move. Step forward. Off the hip, high. Roll low. Pull back. Front stance, spear the foot. Step forward and left hand turn. Like you're spinning the wheel to the left. Lows at the shoulder, side strike. Number 3, down strike. Punch, come on. Okay, we're doing great. Hands stay, feet move. Step back, roll off the hip, high, low. Spear the foot. Step back, ready, left hand turn. Side strike, down strike, punch, block. Okay, hontai. Number 5. Number 5 is interesting. Just like we did the spear, we're going to do a thrust. Both hands will turn like a punch. So point both knuckles at your target. This will help you with your accuracy. So you point both knuckles at your target, you should be able to hit it. Point both knuckles, pull. Number 2. Number 5. Big thrust, pull back, middle thrust. High, middle. Come on. Number 5. Each. Oh, me. Each. Me. Each. Me. Each. Me. Each. Me. Each. Me. Number 5, hontai. Same thing. Twist both. As you punch, pull back. Spear middle. Each. Me. Each. Me. Sit on the side. Each. Me. Each. Me. And hontai. Number 6, very easy. Number 4 was the hardest you got, so now it's all easy from here. Come on. Just like number 4, hands will stay, feet will move as you step. Side strike. Load. Number 1, side strike. So now instead of coming down and twisting, we're coming side. Step back, side. Notice how my palm stays behind the bow instead of on top. When we hit, we don't want our fingers to pull off of the bow. Same thing if I hit here, we don't want the fingers to pull off. We want to put our palm behind wherever angle we're striking from so that the fingers don't rip off the bow if we hit too hard. So rolling from the hip, side strike, palm will be behind the bow, load. Side strike, palm will be behind the bow. Stepping back, each stepping back, knee, stepping forward, each stepping forward, knee, stepping back, each stepping back, knee. Hontai, this should be very easy for the left side, same thing. Hand stay, feet move, each, load, knee, stepping back, each, load, knee, stepping forward, each, load, knee, stepping back, each, load, knee. Number 7 is pretty fun. Number 7 from Kamai, we'll load it behind the head. Okay? And kind of like tennis, backhand strike. Notice again, not here, but the palm going behind the bow. So you can push with that hand. So as we strike, push here. You want to try not to whack yourself in the back of the bow. It's very common to see beginners swing the bow and let it hit themselves. That can make it very tender for your ribs. So I always keep a firm grip with the backhand as you come through. Itch. And now you see it's against the arm Additionally, don't let there get a wobble so you come up and hit yourself in the face. You want to make sure that you're holding on firmly and directing the motion of the bow with your wrist. Okay, bring it back to the middle, turn the hand over, turn the hand over, on the head, knee. Okay, it's 1, 2, load. Knee, 1, 2, load. It's 1, 2, load. Number 7, knee. It's knee. If you're advanced, you can get more power with your number 7 by sliding the hands together and then letting the hands slide apart. So from here, you'll see the hands slide to protect themselves. Okay, our final one, number 8, from Pinan. It'll start with the number 3. Hitch, load, side strike, down strike. Now, straight up. So we'll come up under the chin, down, side, number 3. So it's a 1, up strike, number 3. Number 8, load, number 1. Up strike, number 8. Number 1. Up strike, number 3. You get more advanced by adding the elbow. Load, side strike, down strike, up strike. Add the elbow for more grip. Number 8, side strike, down strike, up strike, roll. Number 3, hand home tie. Number 8, load, side strike, down strike, up. Number 3, okay, load, number 1, up strike, number 3. Now make it more advanced, add the elbow, load, side, down, up, elbow, kiai, and home tie. Kiosuke, otagai ni rei. Again, if you have any questions with Kobudo, we have a section on the site under testing requirements for not karate, for Kobudo. The keyhones will be on there for you to practice and follow along with, and also more explanations. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them on our Facebook group, National Karate Kobudo Federation. The group is there for you anytime, or feel free to send us an email, hanbu@nkkf.org, and we'll send you the answers. Until next time, sayonara.